Hello everyone, Zizi Makeup here. I'm coming back to my one brand makeup tutorial series, which I love doing and I love watching these type of videos myself. And today I'm focusing on the KIKO Cosmetics brand. And this is Italian brand. They make really quite affordable products. Now they started making some ranges that are more expensive, but you also can find very inexpensive products there as well. Quality wise and like color wise, they have really good range and you can definitely find something for yourself. I always keep kind of wandering accidentally into the shop and just picking some stuff there and there. And if you're curious about the brand and you want to see how I achieved this makeup look, keep on watching. I already have my moisturizer on like always, and now I will just apply my matte base corrector, and I will only use this on the areas where I tend to get oily, because this is a very heavy duty product. Like, it's very mattifying. It has this quite thick texture. So I will only apply this on the forehead, on the nose, kind of a bit around the nose and just on the chin. If you have any dryness around your face, I would definitely suggest to skip this primer. But if your face tends to get like extremely oily, this is an amazing one. For the foundation, I will be using their Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation, and it comes with a glass bottle with kind of a dropper applicator, and I really like this. It's one of those very liquidy foundations that they apply very naturally. You actually don't really feel the foundation on the skin, it just feels very fresh. And I'm applying this with my Real Techniques buffing brush. And I would say it covers quite well for such a liquidy foundation. And it's actually quite a hydrating one, so if you have quite a oily skin or it tends to get oily, I would definitely suggest to use some oil control underneath. And as you can see, it covers actually pretty well, but it doesn't cover the texture of the skin, which I quite like. And it leaves quite like a semi-matte finish, not super dewy but not super dry as well. I'm also applying a little bit of this foundation on my eyelids too, because I don't have a eyeshadow primer from KIKO, so it's just gonna help us to prime the lids a little bit. And then I will skip the concealer, under eye concealer for now, because I have a feeling that I will have quite a lot of fallout from the eyeshadow. And I will fill my eyebrows now. And what I'm actually using their eyeshadows. I have a couple of palettes that they look like this. I have my labels here as well. And I believe they call this like a click system, because you can buy the eyeshadow separately and just add them in the palettes. They have different sized palettes. And yeah, it's called Click System, and the eyeshadow color is 239. And I will be filling my eyebrows with this. So first, like always, I just brush my eyebrows upwards. And then just dabbing my slanted eyebrow brush into the shadow. Tap the excess off because they're quite powdery eyeshadows. And lightly fill my eyebrows. Moving on to the eye makeup, first I will be picking up this really warm brownish reddish eyeshadow with a fluffy brush. And I will list all the makeup colors in my vlog like always, so if you want you can check the colors there. And I'm applying this in my crease area, and I want it to be quite softly diffused but quite a strong color payoff. And you can see these eyeshadows are really quite pigmented. And I'm applying this eyeshadow quite high up towards the brow bone. Now I'm taking this gorgeous kind of sea color, and it has some golden sparkles to it, but on the lid it doesn't really show up. And I'm using this flat shader brush. I will be applying this kind of all the way around the moving lid, leaving the very inner corners kind of empty of the color. Then again, don't forget to tap the colors off. And I will be layering this color so I get quite a strong intensity. Quickly blend the edges between the blue and the brown that you applied before, so there is no harsh lines whatsoever. Then I'm taking a very dark brown color like this. It's like you can see the difference between these two. This is like very reddish medium brown, and this one is like super dark. And I'm using the pencil brush, just loading the brush quite a lot with the color. And I will be applying this on the outer edge of my eye. So first I'm just dabbing the color and then try to diffuse it as well. And I'm pulling this color a tiny bit up towards the crease as well. To help with the blending of that really dark brown eyeshadow, I used a little bit of this medium brown again, just to run through the edges and soften them out. And now I will be taking this most beautiful black color. It has lots of multi-glitters. It has like blue, silver, and I'm taking a little bit again with the same pencil brush. Just be very careful with this color because it kind of drops a lot. And I will be dabbing this on the very outside corners of the eyes. And then obviously I will want to blend it with the blending brush again. Okay, so now I will just take a baby wipe and clean up the under eyes in case I got some fallout. And finally now I can cover my under eyes, and I will be using the Dark Circle Concealer. It's one of their new concealers and it's a number 2 peach, so it has a peachy consistency. Unfortunately it's not much lighter than my skin tone, so it doesn't highlight too much. But I really like that it has a very thin moisturizing consistency, so it doesn't exaggerate the fine lines that you might have under the eyes, and also it does cover the darkness quite well. So I'm actually quite a big fan of this concealer. I'm not a fan of the color selection that they have because I couldn't really find a color that I would exactly wanted. I wanted a bit lighter than this, but I think the number 1 was maybe more pinky or something. I'm not exactly sure, I can't remember, but yeah, it would be nice if they would have a little bit wider selection of colors. And I will set everything quickly with this powder, which is called Soft Focus Compact. It's actually very similar to the MAC Studio Fix powder, I believe. It's one of those powders that you can use it as a foundation as well. So I'm just setting this with a huge brush. And for the lower lash line, first I'm taking this medium brown, and again you can see the difference between these two. The one that we used in the crease, it's again so much redder, and this one is much more neutral. So I'm taking this on the pencil brush and running it around the lower lash line from the very outer corner towards the place where the highlighter stops. And then with the same brush, picking up this darkest brown shade, I will just apply this on the very outer edges of the eye, lower part of the eye. Now I can line my upper lash line using the liquid liner, and this one is called Precision Eyeliner. It's just a black color, and it has this kind of felt tip applicator. I will curl my lashes and apply their Volumize Plus Active Mascara, which has this quite an interesting shaped brush. This one is not my favorite mascara of the KIKO line. The one that I really like is called, I think it's called Ultimate something. It's like in a black tube. I will try to remember to look up the name and put that there. It has kind of silicone-y brush. But for now I'm using this one, and this one is not bad as well. What I like in this brush, because the end of it, it gets smaller, it's really easy to reach the inner corners of the eyes and the lower lash line as well. And I will apply quite a lot of coats, like always. I will also apply this gorgeous blue color eyeliner. It's called Skinny Fit Kajal and the color is number 4. This was one of their limited edition collection pencils, but they always keep coming up with some limited edition collections, and as far as I noticed, there is always some gorgeous pencils there. So I always try to take a look of what they have. And I'm lining my lower lash line, but not completely all the way in. I just leave like a tiny gap in the inner part of the eyes. Okay, so eyes are finished, and now moving on to the face. I have this beautiful glowy bronzer. I actually picked it up a few days ago for this video, and I just was staring at it and I fell in love. And normally I don't really buy glowy bronzers. I get mattifying like matte bronzers, but this just has a beautiful sheen. And somehow this season I'm very much into the sheen and bronziness and glowiness. So anyway, I will take this bronzy, well, it's actually called Soft Touch Blush, but I would definitely say it's not a blush, it's a bronzer. And I'm picking up this huge Real Techniques blush brush, just tapping off the excess on the hand a bit because this stuff is pigmented. And I will start applying this kind of on the outer edges of the face, not really contouring, but just kind of bronzing up. I would never contour my face with something like that because first of all it's shimmery, and second of all it's way too warm. But for warming up the face, it is beautiful. When you're applying something like this, don't forget to apply a tiny bit on your neck and décolletage area as well, because you obviously want to match your face with the body, and it's quite a bronzy look, isn't it? For an actual blush color, I will actually pick up this color again, and I will apply this very lightly. And even though it's an eyeshadow, well, there is nothing wrong with using an eyeshadow as a blush or vice versa. So I will just pick up a tiniest amount of this with the blush brush, or this is called contour brush actually. Again, take most of the color off of the hand and just apply lightly on the cheek. And since it's quite a red color, it's just gonna give a little bit of healthy tone to the skin, and also it's gonna match with the eyes as well, because we use the same color on the eyes. I have one more of the limited edition products that they came out quite a while ago. It's beautiful highlighters, but then again they keep coming up with these collections all the time. So I will pick this product on the Bdellium Tools brush and apply this on the tops of the cheeks. If you are darker than me, you could definitely use this eyeshadow that I used in the inner corners as a highlighter, but for me I think it's gonna be too yellow because I'm not that bronzed, even though I used the fake tan, but still, I'm not that dark, unfortunately. This gives really gorgeous glow. It's kind of more of a pinky tone, but I think it works nicely here. On the Cupid's bow as well. For the lips, I really like their matte lipsticks that looks like this. And I have quite a few colors of these. But I don't really want the matte look, I want quite a summery, like a really healthy look. So first I will start by applying the Precision Lip Pencil, and the number is 311. This is one of my favorite staple lip pencils. I always keep this in my handbag actually, and it's just kind of very natural lip color, lip pencil. And I will just line the lips softly and blend it out a bit. And And to finish it off, I will apply this most gorgeous peachy lip gloss. It's called Extra Volume Lip Gloss, Plumping and Moisturizing Action, and the color is 12, and I love this color so much that I have this in my own personal makeup bag, and also I have this in my working kit as well, because it's just such a pretty color. It has some shimmering particles, but to be honest, most of the times I really don't like when lip gloss has like some shimmer or glitter and something like that. But with these ones you can't really feel it at all, like it's not grainy, and also they're not sticky on the lips. It just gives like really sexy pouty lips. And that's my finished look. I hope you did enjoy. Please let me know if you like more of a colorful, like stronger makeup looks, and I will make sure to do more of those. And I hope to talk to you soon. See you, bye!